Welcome to After the Bell, the Capitalists versus Consumers Daily Market Report. Here is everything that moved the market today, Thursday, May 14, 2026. Historic day. The S&P 500 crossed 7,500. The Dow reclaimed 50,000. Cerebras Systems debuted and soared 75%. And Trump and Xi agreed that the Strait of Hormuz must remain open. Let's get into it. This video is for educational purposes only and not financial advice. Please hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss a daily report. The numbers at the close. Today was a broad and powerful rally. The S&P 500 added 0.7% to its all-time high set the day before, crossing above 7,500 for the first time ever. The Dow climbed 337 points, or 0.7%, reclaiming 50,000 for the first time since the Iran war began. The Nasdaq added approximately 0.9%, hitting another record. Nvidia's 7-day gain put its value closer to $6 trillion. Today was different from recent sessions. This was not a narrow rally carried by 3 or 4 mega-cap names. BlackRock's chief investment strategist said it well. What started with a handful of companies is now driving earnings growth across semiconductors, infrastructure, and even parts of the industrial economy. The broadening is real, and it matters for long-term investors. The Trump 11. Breakthrough on the Strait of Hormuz. The single most important development today came out of Beijing. Trump and Xi agreed that the Strait of Hormuz should remain a free waterway, and that Iran should not be able to impose payments on shipping traffic. Secretary of State Marco Rubio confirmed it. The Chinese side said they are not in favor of militarizing the Strait of Hormuz, and they are not in favor of a tolling system. And that is our position. This is a significant diplomatic development. China is Iran's largest trade partner and biggest oil buyer. Beijing's public alignment with the U.S. position on the strait sends a message to Tehran that its closest economic ally will not back efforts to control the waterway. Brent crude fell to approximately $105 per barrel, still elevated but directionally moving lower on the news. If China applies further pressure on Iran, the path to resolving the conflict and reopening the strait becomes significantly clearer. One complexity. Xi warned Trump that any mishandling of Taiwan could lead to an extremely dangerous situation. The summit produced meaningful progress on Iran and trade, but Taiwan remains a flashpoint that neither side fully resolved. Cisco and the broadening rally. Cisco helped lead the market after jumping 13.3% in what could be its best day in nearly 15 years. The tech giant reported better profit and revenue than analysts expected, and CEO Chuck Robbins said it saw very strong broad-based demand for its products. Cisco is important because it is not a pure AI play. It is a networking and infrastructure company. When Cisco beats and raises guidance, it signals that the AI build-out is generating real demand across the entire technology supply chain, not just at the chip level. Cisco's surge was the single biggest driver of Dow gains today, and it dragged dozens of infrastructure-related names higher with it. Cerebras Systems, the AI IPO of the year. Cerebras Systems raised $5.55 billion after selling its stock in an initial public offering, and its shares doubled to approximately $365 shortly after it began trading on the Nasdaq. That is a 75% gain on its first day. Cerebras makes AI processors that compete with Nvidia's chips, specifically designed for inference workloads where AI models respond to user queries. With Amazon and OpenAI as partners, the company has credibility that most AI startups lack. A 75% first-day pop on a $5.55 billion raise is one of the strongest IPO debuts in years and signals that investor appetite for AI infrastructure companies remains extremely strong despite the inflation concerns dominating macro headlines. Retail sales and the consumer. Retail sales climbed 0.5% in April from the prior month, slightly below the 0.6% economists expected, but still positive growth. After March's strong 1.6% gain, a modest deceleration is not surprising. The consumer is still spending, just a bit more carefully. Initial jobless claims for the week ended May 9th increased by 12,000 to 211,000, above the 205,000 consensus. A modest uptick in claims is worth monitoring, but not alarming at this level. the labor market remains healthy. The OpenAI Apple story, one piece of news that moved Apple today in a negative direction late in the session. Bloomberg reported that OpenAI has failed to see the expected benefits from a deal with Apple and is preparing possible legal action. Apple shares wavered on the headline. The Apple-OpenAI partnership, where ChatGPT powers certain Siri features on iPhone, has been a significant part of Apple's AI narrative this year. Any deterioration in that relationship is worth watching closely heading into the iPhone 18 cycle. What to watch tomorrow and next week. Tomorrow is Friday, which means our full weekly breakdown here at Capitalists versus Consumers. This has been one of the most consequential weeks of the year. S&P 500 above 7,500, Dow back above 50,000, the Trump-Xi Hormuz agreement, Cisco and Cerebras earnings, the OpenAI trial closing arguments today, and NVIDIA earnings on May 20th, just 6 days away. Do not miss tomorrow's weekly breakdown. The bottom line. Today was the kind of session that rewards patient long-term investors. New all-time highs across the board. A diplomatic breakthrough on the Strait of Hormuz. Earnings broadening beyond just the mega-cap names. And Cerebras Systems reminding everyone that the AI infrastructure build-out is still generating enormous investor enthusiasm. The risks have not disappeared. Inflation is still elevated. Rate hike odds are still near 40%. And the Iran war is still unresolved. But today, the market looked past all of that and focused on the fundamental earnings strength that has been driving this market to record after record. Stay diversified, stay consistent, and tune in tomorrow for the full weekly breakdown. That is your After the Bell for Thursday, May 14th, 2026, here at Capitalists versus Consumers. Please hit the like button and subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a daily report or our weekly breakdown every Friday after the close. We will see you tomorrow. Affiliate links. Small commission at no cost to you. Educational purposes only, not financial advice.